Hey everybody, check out what I got. It's the Lionel nickel plate fast freight set. And I've been wanting this, although it's probably not very realistic. Like nickel plate didn't have tank car and a flat car with containers, and that Caboose is wrong, but who cares? You know what? This is a cool set. Let's open her up and see what we got. All right, when you open the box, this is what it looks like. We got ourselves the 765 Berkshire with tender. I think I have two 765s, but you know, hey, whatever. There's the flat car, the covered hopper. Now, nickel plate had a bunch of those. Nickel plate tank car. Oh, I have the scanner on, sorry about that. 40-foot box car, which nickel plate had tons of. And the wood Caboose. Let's see a better light there. And this is cool. This is the battery operated remote control. I like how they have the nickel plate road on that and the 765. So let's unpack this and see what kind of sounds and how it looks. Oh, you know what? Before I show you all the rolling stock closer up, let me just show you the track that comes with this. Because Lionel has that magnet track. So it has magnets on the end, and it has these contact pieces that are, if I can show you, spring loaded. And you simply just, whoops. There you go. Attaches the track. And so pretty simple. You can set up an oval probably less than a minute. Of course, this is your power section where you put the wall wart that comes with it. It's pretty simple. Small little piece, really. Right here. It's got the little L for Lionel. You plug that in, you would get a red light when you plug it into the wall, and you're ready to go. That's if you're using the Lionel remote or the app that I'll show you a little bit later. But really, this stuff is nicely done, I think. And this is code 83 nickel silver track. And I think this, let's see, you get 4 pieces of the straight, and you get the curve so you can make a nice oval or a semi-round circle. And you can buy 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 3 inch, 4.5 inch, 5 inch, and more of this 9 inch track to expand your layout. And you can buy more of this. This is like 10 inch. And these are all 20 inch radius curves. And you can get it in half or third sections. And they do make a crossover piece. I'm surprised they have not made a switch. To my knowledge, they haven't made a switch, nor have they made a bumper. I don't know if that's in the works. Had I gone to Amherst, that's questions I would ask them, because I can't find anything online about it. And their website doesn't list any switches. But I would think if you want this to succeed, this kind of track, you'd have to come out with those. Here's something else interesting. You got little nail holes or screw holes if you want to mount this on a board. And if you want to use your own DCC or DC controls or transformer, there are little brass tabs that you can buy connectors for or solder wires to. Or on the ends here, you can cut the plastic, the gray plastic underneath the rail, and use rail joiners, or you can buy rail joiners that have the wires already pre-attached, and that'd be a quick and easy way to attach your own DCC system. But really, this is pretty cool. I know some people have had contact issues, at least online people said that, but I've never had an issue because I have the Polar Express set, and I used this a couple of years ago. I had this set up on the floor, and I had no problem with the train going around it. You do have to make sure you're on a level surface, though, because this stuff can just slightly go off, you know, so you don't have a nice smooth transition. But really, you know, if you were going to use this as a first-time layout, make like a 8x4 layout, and you want to use this stuff, I would think if you took like a black wash and put over the stone and make the stone really pop, this track would look fantastic. So, and also you got your manual under here that goes through all this stuff and the remote and the universal remote and how to use the online app and all that. Look, they got the little recess part here because the Polar Express set comes with a big bell. All right, let's take a look at the rolling stock now. Here is the Berkshire or Berkshire. According to my research, either is correct, so whichever you prefer is fine. We'll get a little close up. Now, it's not mega detailed like the handrails here are molded in plastic. They're not separate. But overall, it's, represents the Berkshire well. And keep in mind, I think this is more, a starter kit. And it has a wire plug between the engine and the locomotive and the metal drawbar with 2 holes depending on what curves you're using. So if you're using a tighter radius, you'd use the farther hole. If you're using a wider radius, closer hole. And we'll turn it around, show you the back. Now it does have a backup light that when you put it in reverse comes on, and the headlight stays on also at all times. I'll show you the front. And, nickel plate had number boards like this. And the bell does move. And it's fairly close to how nickel plate looked. It does have a fixed molded plastic coupler. And if you really wanted to, you could either paint that like rusty color, or you could actually cut this off, drill a hole, and like file out the coupler box and put a kitty coupler in there if it really, that's something you'd want to do. But like I said, this is a starter kit, so really, it's a good looking engine. Here we have the 40-foot boxcar and the covered hopper. And these are old model power molds, because I can tell by the tab that holds the floor to the boxcar. And they also used the same mold for their metal train series. Now, nickel plate had lots of 40-foot boxcars and plenty of covered hoppers. And these do come with all the cars come with metal wheels and metal couplers. So, like I said, for a star set, nicely done. They don't have any separate brake wheels and stuff like that, and there's not too much detail on the bottom. And the couplers are attached to the trucks. As you can see, they move. But overall, you know what? The print is done very nicely. And here we have the flat car and tank car. Now, nickel plate had flat cars. And they did have flat cars that carried truck trailers. But I don't believe they had containers like this. But still, nicely done. And then the tank car for water service only. And nickel plate had no tank cars. I'm not sure if they had any for maintenance away. But yeah, you know what? I don't know. Call me crazy, but I think it's cool. And finally, the Caboose. Nickel plate had wood cabooses. They didn't quite look like this. Some were painted with the high-speed service banner. A lot of them were just like a boxcar red. But you know what? I like this. The only thing I have an issue with, hope it's not going to roll off the track, is I wish they'd put window glass or plastic in the windows. There's no, they didn't put any windows in these things. Other than that, like I said, the print is really nicely done, and I think it looks nice. And then debating whether I want to take it apart and put some plastic in those windows or not. Probably will. Okay, to the fun stuff, sound and running the train. When you put the locomotive on a power track, it starts doing that tweedling. And what that's saying is there's no control source, hasn't found any. So we take our remote, turn it on, and that triggers the sound. And with the remote, you can control the forward, and the reverse. This also controls your bell and the whistle. The bell stays on when you push it, and you push it again to turn off the whistle for how long you keep it depressed. And then it has the dispatcher features.
This is the dispatcher. Get her set up running. The train will be ready at 17:30. Over. Okay, let's get to work. Out. Dispatcher, air is made. Brake test complete. Are we clear to pull? Over. You're clear to proceed east. Out. Dispatcher, am I clear to the outbound? Over. Your route is lined and locked. Have a safe run. Out. This is the dispatcher. You're clear to proceed. Over. Thank you much. Cleared outbound. Out.
And while it's in motion, it has different sounds. Or announcements, should I say.
Dispatcher, train is outbound. Over. Have a safe run. Out. Dispatcher, are we clear through the next block? Over. Clear through the next block at track speed. Out. This is the dispatcher. Clear through my limits. Over. Roger that. Green lights ahead. Out.
Okay, let's do a high-speed run that Nickel Plate was famous for. Another way to control locomotive is with the free app from Lionel. So you download that from the App Store. You put it on your mobile device. This is an iPad, and I have it on my iPhone also. So take the remote and turn that off. And soon the engine will cut out. It'll start chirping again, looking for a control source. So we'll touch on the locomotive selection. There's the locomotive already. We'll touch that, connect, and boom, it's ready to go. So you have your buttons on your electronic device.
This is the dispatcher. Get her set up running. The train will be ready at 17:30. Over.
And then
Okay, let's get to work. Out.
your direction control, forward. You just use your finger. And there she goes. Hit reverse. And this also has a little button for voice commands. Now I'm not going to show you voice command on my iPad because it's an old iPad. And every time I do it, it crashes. So I'm going to switch to my phone and show you that. I just want to show you a bigger screen though, so you get an idea of what the app looks like. All right, I switched to my iPhone to do the voice command. Now this voice command, apparently I don't speak clearly enough because I do have issues with it. It doesn't hear what I'm saying. So I'm going to turn this slightly. Maybe if I have the microphone aimed more towards me, it'll work better. So we'll push the command button. Help.
Help commands.
And there's a list of all the commands. Oops. So yeah, you can do help. It'll give you a list of all the commands you can use. And we'll push the voice command again. Forward.
Going forward.
Faster.
I'm sorry, I don't recognize that command.
Faster.
Speeding up.
Stop.
Stopping the engine.
Reverse.
Going in reverse.
Faster.
I'm sorry, I don't recognize that command.
Faster.
Speeding up.
Grade crossing.
Crossing a grade.
Stop.
Stopping the engine.
Front coupler. Forward.
Going forward.
Faster.
I'm sorry, I don't recognize that command.
Faster.
Speeding up.
Stop.
Stopping the engine.
Dialogue.
This is the dispatcher. Get her set up right. The train will be ready at 17:30. Over. Okay, let's get to work. Out.
Station arrival.
Arriving at station.
Station departure.
Departing from station.
Stop.
Stopping the engine.
So there's more commands. You can control the volume and so on, but it is interesting that the voice command has more features than any other control method. But apparently I don't speak clear enough, as you saw. So, all right. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I know it's probably a little long, but you know, it's a pretty cool set, and I love getting train sets because it just reminds me of being a kid and the excitement of that box and open up and see what's inside. So, hopefully you all enjoyed, and I'll see you down at the tracks.